Stay tuned for the planet Earth's most relevant newscast. Broadcasting from Sector 17G of the Milky Way Galaxy, we present you a program that is a strange combination of newsworthy and non-newsworthy. Funny at times and extremely non-funny at others. Ladies and gentlemen, Earthlings and Lunars, we present to you Valemount Live.
Good evening, Valemount. Welcome to Valemount episode 90.
My name is Jody Pownell.
My name is Jennifer Robinson. This is Oliver Robinson.
So there's lots of snow up in the mountains, even though there's none down here in the valley. But don't worry, we've got 2 Sledder stories coming up tonight. We also have the sweet taste of spring in the air, and we're going to show you literally what we mean. We also have the play coming up about the Pied Piper at the elementary school. And we've got a wonderful birthday that we would like to, I don't know. I got lost on track.
Bob Beeson's birthday. He's 97.
And Blue Syntax
Was performing at a charity event. First up, we have the high heel races. The Robson Valley Home Support sponsored the high heel races last weekend, and they had a great turnout. 33 participants and over 90 spectators. It was a great event, enjoyed by all.
We're pretty impressed with the turnout already.
Why a heel? Yeah. Because they make our legs, they elongate the leg and make them look sexier.
They photograph well. The trick here really is that you don't use the heel at all. You're always on the ball of your feet. So if you can roll up under the ball of your feet and just roll and run off the ball of your feet, you should be fine. If you try to incorporate those heels into the run, you're probably going to trip on them.
I know I'm wearing when I got married and I'm wearing them when I get divorced. I'm going to run in them today.
Why? Because I can.
Some in the flats. Ankles. I go weak ankles.
You have a foot fetish? They're not very practical.
What?
One feels like I'm Cinderella, the other one feels like I'm Shrek. She's tight.
Yeah, it's
She's
getting
tight.
a little purple, it looks like.
Little striations, the veins coming a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they're popping out a little.
Looks like I got gout.
Yeah.
The side of my foot is slightly exploding the shoe out.
Yeah.
However,
which, you know, I'd like to point out that when women
that is
wear
comfortable.
Hello.
Well, I'm wearing ugly ones, but they're comfy, so I don't want to fall.
Because they do have the Nike shoes with the big, large heels on them, and I don't find them very attractive. Purely aesthetic.
I have to go.
That was awesome.
It was fantastic. You gotta start them young on the heels, otherwise, you know, that's how Courtney won.
You know, everybody came out with their A game. Unfortunately, our team didn't win. The other team has a little bit more experience.
The lace is very aerodynamic. But I've ran in these before.
This is new age.
It made me want to run home and get them.
This is the way things are going to be changed.
You know, if I had them,
We're looking
I actually
for
got
change.
the same pair. I would have been able to wear two.
Boys of Ice Rock. These guys are hardcore. They come to Valemount 30 to 50 times per year. Now what they do, they're testing a new line of clothing put on by Choco. It's not actually out yet. But think about it. These guys are here 30 to 50 times per year. That's pretty
That's
hardcore.
insane.
That's hardcore.
Totally insane.
Now these guys showed up at 7 a.m. to do an interview with Mike Sunday morning. That's dedication.
Yep. Check them out.
Hey Valemount, welcome to Valemount Live. We're really blessed today, this morning, Sunday morning early at 7 o'clock. The Sledders are still a little bit hungover, I'd say, but they showed up, and that's good for us. So we're fortunate to have some sponsored riders from Ice Rock. We've got Chris and Brad and Blaine. Did I get that right?
You bet.
Welcome to Valemount, guys. Can you tell us just a little bit about yourselves?
Chris Lorenz from Grand Prairie, Alberta. I've been riding for about 5 years now. My day job is flying helicopters, and my part-time job is living on my sled.
Hi, I'm Brad Sander from Wilkie, Saskatchewan. Journeyman electrician. I've been riding since I was probably could walk.
Yeah.
7 years old or so. Pretty much my life.
Hi, I'm Blaine Squires. I'm from Dawson Creek, BC. I operate heavy equipment for my day job and just like riding POW every other day.
I was talking to Chris yesterday, and he said that you guys are out here 30 to 50 times a season. That's a pretty extreme commitment to the sport.
Valemount's got that, we're in the Meeka Valley and close to that Meeka Valley. The dry powdered snow that Revelstoke gets, we get a lot of the same snow up in this area. So being from the northern communities, Grand Prairie, Dawson Creek, and Saskatchewan, it's easy for us to get to a local town like Valemount and enjoy the snow that it has. It's also got the terrain that we look for. We are tree riders. We look for the deep, deep powder and the trees. And this place has a lot of options where we don't see other tracks or other sledders for an entire day.
We were also talking about supporting sledding communities, and for you guys this is really important, and Chris talked about it, and I just wonder if you could say a little bit to our community about how you guys feel about supporting local communities like Valemount.
We definitely support these communities. Everything from just buying groceries to stock our trailers to any kind of parts we can order from town, fuel. We buy snowmobiles from small towns. Anything we can and do, we try and support that town, especially the fuel and the parts. If we can get the parts and stuff from that town, we won't order them in. We'll buy it from that dude because it'll keep that small town and that small shop open.
Keep the sport alive.
Yeah, exactly. Keep everybody safe. Keep everybody enjoying it.
If this town wasn't here, we wouldn't be able to do what we love every day.
There's no chance. if this little town didn't offer the support that it has, shops like Trav's Auto and Napa, Vinny bringing stuff in for us for fixing our sleds, chain cases, you name it, steering, he's got it. We can get it.
Choco, Ice Rock, and sponsorships. Chris, when we met yesterday, you mentioned that you're a sponsored rider. All three of you guys are sponsored riders with Choco.
We picked up some Choco here, yeah.
Club. And you guys specifically are involved with
Ice Rock. That's correct.
So there's our plug for Ice Rock there. There we go. All right, yeah, that's done. Okay, we can go normal again. So, can you tell us a little bit about Choco, Ice Rock, and your association with them as sponsored riders?
So we had a gentleman actually approach me, and they are looking at coming to Western Canada to develop clothing product that they can compete with the mountain lines. We started talking about some ideas approximately a year ago, and that's pretty much what got the ball rolling. They weren't looking for the best riders. They weren't looking for, you know, professionals. They were looking for people that wanted to be on the mountain. They wanted to find the passion, and they wanted to find people that, you know, didn't care what the weather was. They just wanted to ride because they loved to ride. And they found the three of us and realized that, man, these guys, when they're done work, they're on their sleds, and that's all they ever want to do all winter. All summer, July, August, I'm in my wakeboard boat. All I'm thinking about is being on my sled. So when they met us, they found us, they liked us. One thing led to another.
So here's my situation. I've been sledding for a couple of years. I consider myself a bit of a hardcore rider. I want to be where you guys are sitting. I want to be sponsored. How do I go about doing it?
Buy a lottery ticket. Honestly, it was luck.
Come out, ride, and
it was luck. We were just doing what we love. We were out there riding, and that's what got us.
Yeah.
That's what got us there, is just being on the mountain every day. People saw us. People started following us around. People started recognizing us, recognizing our trucks, recognizing our trailers.
They're going to recognize you even more now that I'm done with you.
That might not be a good thing.
So you're sponsored riders with Choco / Ice Rock. What does that mean? What do you do? What do you do for them? What do they do for you?
We've helped them design a product that I think all of us could be proud of. It's getting to the point now where we want to wear the product. It's comfortable. It's dry. It's
just want to ride it.
Yeah. It allows us to be in the elements longer. Is what this product does. Like, I've rode every day this winter with this garment, and it's impressive. I'll tell you, I have yet to come back to my truck wet, and that's the biggest thing. If you're wet, you're gonna get cold.
Send us a pair of pants if we don't like something about it, like something on the leg, whatever, something small. Just mark it. Call them when we get back. Tell them, yo, we got something issue, right? And then they'll look into it, fix the problem for us, send us a new pair, and we'll try it.
Just on your left arm, things we found that were handy was wiping your goggles. You don't like taking your backpack off in the mountains for anything, and what we did is we built a little pocket. You don't need to take your gloves off, but you can still get your wipe out, wipe your goggles, put it right back in. And you're back to normal, back to riding. Other things we've done, moved our vents from underneath our armpits, where our backpacks were getting in the way from opening our zippers up all the way to get the flow. We've moved them to the front to the chest pocket, so it comes up on an angle. I actually like this a lot better, especially coming down the trail, because I have that forward motion. My arms aren't down blocking those vents. The vent is actually open, and you do get some airflow through it. I find these are some of the little things that we've got. The material is called Nortex. I've wore Gore-Tex for 10 years of my life. This stuff blows Gore-Tex out of the water, in my opinion. It beads water off. We've been standing around, and that was one of the first things that we all noticed, at least I noticed with the guys, was it would just bead up. It would be like you had wax on your jacket and the water just repelled off.
Snow sticking. Remember my legs?
That's correct,
my old year, snow would stick and bulk up on my legs.
Yeah, this stuff just sheds the snow off. It doesn't really bulk up, ice up, and the weight.
Yeah,
that was nice one thing. It's, you know, we're at about 4.5 pounds with our jacket and our bibs on, and we haven't had to insulate or layer up this year. Like, I wear a t-shirt underneath my gear, and that's all I wear.
Ready? So 1, 2, 3. Rudy's gonna give us a secret ice.
You guys gotta get all
thumbs up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Guys, thanks very much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Have a good day on the trails. We appreciate your time, and we hope to see you back 30 or 50 times next year.
Right on.
Stay safe. Play hard.
So our next story is about a sled bus. And of course, I'm not really a sledder type girl. I'm a California girl. But apparently these guys travel 30 hours from Saskatchewan. They put 2 buses together so that they could carry 6 sleds at once. Okay, why would you do this?
Hardcore dedicated.
Apparently.
I mean, apparently they load it in quite an interesting way.
Oh?
I think you're going to find out in this video next.
Let's watch. So up next, we have Anne McCurdy giving us a little bit of taste of spring with her wonderful homemade syrup.
Maple syrup, in
Maple
fact.
syrup, yes. She shows us how to go out and check out the buds and see what trees to tap and which ones not to.
I'm discovering that what's motivating me to make the syrup in the first place is probably just to be more in touch with the land. It really keeps me in touch with what's going on with the trees right now, and usually this is invisible. You know, the water is, they're pulling up the water out through the roots up the trunk. So this is a big part of what's happening in the spring that we don't see. But it really helps me be in touch with it, and it's kind of like a miracle happening right around me. And I like that I'm more in touch with it, of what's going on. And it's beautiful. Like, I mean, to be able to produce something that tastes this nice, just from trees that are growing wild here, is really quite phenomenal too. It's quite difficult to tell the maple, the alder, and the willow apart from each other at this time of year because the leaves aren't there. So you have to look at finer features of the trees to figure that out. So here's alder. See, there's no problem here because it's so small, but when it's big, the trunk looks a lot the same. But with alder, if you look at it enough, you see these little cones that they're very telltale.
And so this is the red.
Yeah, this is the red. This is the red foliage. Yeah, and you can sometimes see some of their seeds. Their seeds have wings. They have wings. The seeds have. There's 2 seeds and they have wings. And sometimes you can see some of the seeds that are left. You can see some of the shriveled up maple leaves up there. So that's another thing to look for, is just what's left of the fall's leaves and seeds. 3 trees that I mentioned, they all tend to kind of look like this on the trunk. They've got lichen and stuff on the trunk. They have a similar look. Okay, so I have a maple in here, so we'll go in and. It really has slowed down. Like there's just almost nothing left. Just a tiny bit of sap. Before, we were sometimes when the flow was heavy, we were sometimes checking even twice a day. But I was getting at least 1 liter from this tree before when the flow was good. The biggest ones we were tapping, we found some that were this big, but actually the one that was this big didn't give as much because it's too old. So the one beside it that was more like that, that diameter gave more sap.
Lucky me. Usually I'm doing this kind of stuff in a studio surrounded by green screens and hot lights, but it's Saturday morning and Anne McCurdy has invited me up the mountain to the cabin to enjoy some fresh homemade maple syrup. So now when Canadians think about maple syrup and pancakes, we automatically think of Aunt Jemima, but sorry Aunt Jemima, we're just going to say bye-bye to you today and we're going to put you aside because we are going with the real stuff here. And we've got some, so while we're here chatting and having pancakes, we've also got some syrup on the stove, yes?
Yes,
so the syrup is simmering. And we can't forget about the syrup because the biggest mistake that you can make if you're going to try this at home, and we do encourage you to try this at home, usually we're encouraging people not to try stuff at home. If you're going to try this at home, make sure that
you don't, once the syrup starts to get, once the sap starts to get thick, you have to pay a lot of attention. It's possible to lose it all at the end. And so in the last couple of hours, you need to stick around and you need to watch it and you have to actually stir it. As it gets really thick, you have to stir it so it's not burning at the bottom of the pot. So it's getting about it to that stage right now.
Can we test some out of the pot?
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to take it fresh out of the pot. This is taste number 1 directly from the pot. I think you can see the pot in the background. Do you want me to bring my plate over there?
Sure, yeah.
Plate's coming so we don't dribble the syrup all over the floor. Here we go. We're thinking of doing a cooking series as well, or a eating series as well, so this could be my addition as host of the eating series. Here we go. It's subtle. Pleasant bouquet. It's a little thicker and it's much more flavorful. This is good. Okay. And it's I describe it's sweet, but it's not like cloyingly sweet like commercial. I don't know how many of us eat commercial maple syrup as opposed to just the sugar added to the water, right? It's very, very pleasant flavor, not overly sweet. It's really good. It's amazing, right, that we can, I mean, we think of syrup as being sort of from Eastern Canada, and it's right here as well. If you're willing to put in 20 hours to get a cup of syrup or so. for dragging me out of the studio and providing me with this experience.
I like maple syrup on my pancakes.
I just drink it out of the bottle.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Missoula Theatre is coming to Valemount again this year. 2 professional actors will come in, and they're going to do have auditions at the elementary school for all the students to put on the performance of the Pied Piper.
They have been coming out to the elementary school to do this every year, but unfortunately the funding isn't really there right now because we need to get more people out there for a whole $5 to come down on Saturday afternoon and watch the play.
So Valemount, come out and support the community, support the theater.
Come watch these kids, they're great.
Okay, Valemount, I'm here to invite you to our elementary school production of the Pied Piper. Now, this is a Missoula children's production, and what's going to happen is on Monday, April the 30th, all the children will be taken to our school gym for an audition. About 60 kids are going to be cast into this production of the Pied Piper, along with a professional actor and singer. All week they're going to learn dances, they're going to learn songs, they're going to learn lines, and by Friday there's this amazing production put on at the high school, and the first production is on Friday at 7 o'clock. And the next production, when they really have their stride, is on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Now, tickets are only $5. I do encourage you to attend. It is an amazing performance. And in a week, you'll be astonished at what these children can do. So please try to come out to support our Missoula Theatre. That's put on by the PAC, and hope to see you there. So follow me.
Up next, we have Bob Beeson's 97th birthday. He is one of Valemount's oldest citizens. This event was very well attended. Even the Queen came out, the mayor did a speech, there's even a theme, retro.
Nice. Even though Bob would have you say he was 79.
Yeah, 79.
Can the Queen and the Flapper go cheek to cheek with Bob on either side for a second?
Oh, we would love to.
Oh, there we go. We like those, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that even better. Look at the smile on that face,
There we go!
Hey, look up, Dad. To you. Happy birthday.
what is spring without a grass fire?
It's not. We gotta have one. Up next is a short video with Blue Syntax featuring Rain.
In tribute to our firefighters who happened to fight our first grass fire of the year.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
So just to let you know, VCTV is working on a new radio show with Michelle Gunderson.
Just a reminder that Missoula Theatre will be this coming Friday and Saturday, and only for $5. Come on out.
And the Valemount Village starts a series of meetings and consultants on sustainability tomorrow. Contact the village if you are interested in participating. There are many different ways to make your options heard. So thank you, Valemount, for watching tonight and putting up with our lack of talent.
Yes, thank you.
And we hope to see you next month.
Hopefully, maybe.